Hello everyone, welcome to Update Upgrade. I am Nitish Srivastav. Let's begin the Hindu analysis of 18th August 2020. So Gautam S. Raman has written the article What is Criticism and What is the Contempt. By this article, he is trying to differentiate the difference between criticism and contempt. A recent judgment was passed by Prashant Bhushan, and Prashant Bhushan was found guilty of contempt of court. This contempt of court proceeding started with two tweets. One was regarding the CGI of India, and another was regarding the situation or the condition of judiciary in last 6 years. He has started his article from the section 2C of Contempt of Court 1971, and it defines criminal contempt as the publication of any matter to or the doing of any other act which scandalize or which lower the authority of the court, or it is about if the person is prejudiced or interferes with the due course of any judicial proceeding, or the person obstruct the administration of justice, then he will be found the guilty for contempt of court. So this slide was regarding your definition of contempt of court, which is written in the contempt of court code of 1971. So he has tried to associate it with the fundamental rights, how this article 19A of the fundamental right ensure the right to freedom of speech and expression of the common people, and article 19 clause 2 already define the reasonable restrictions which must be made for this fundamental right or freedom of speech and expression. In CK Daftari versus OP Goa case, the Supreme Court earlier held like the existing law of criminal contempt is one such reasonable restriction. That does not mean that one cannot express one's ire against the judiciary for the fear of contempt. So one can express his concern or her concern over the decisions, over the proceeding in the judiciary, but it doesn't mean that that particular statement would be counted as the contempt of court. He has quoted various examples. One of the example is from this ADM Jabalpur case, and it was one of the most famous case during emergency. And he has quoted another example and another statement from 1968. Lord Danning MR set out guidelines for matter of contempt of court, and as per his contempt of court, it is not mean to uphold the court's dignity. He said its jurisdiction is to be exercised sparingly, and that protection, freedom of speech, is paramount. He concluded that tweets and remarks by conscientious citizen certainly not affect the dignity of the Indian judiciary. So Janvi Sindhu has written the article Judicial Remedies for the Jammu and Kashmir Net Restriction. She is writing about the restriction made by the government of India in Jammu and Kashmir region over certain weak reasons. In this unprecedented time when everything is relying upon online based system, like education service providers are totally relying upon online based system as well as trade. So at this time we can't deprive the Jammu and Kashmir population from this internet based services, and she welcomed how the government of India has initiated this trial of 4G network in two districts of Jammu and Kashmir, and she hoped like this will be implemented throughout the Jammu and Kashmir region in a very short span of time. Rakesh Asthana has appointed as BSF of Director General. Earlier he was in news, and because of this Ravi Verma and CBI case. Thanks for watching the video. Please like, please subscribe, press the bell icon.